Hello potato and welcome back to the Soup March. We are in the waning legs of the Soup March now with merely 4 soups left to go. So 3 options. It's been a long Soup March, but we're now in the last quarter, third, is it third? Would next time be quarter? I don't know. It's something like that though. We're almost done is what I'm trying to say with our 4 options left. 3 options for today. So I'm going to do what I should have done last time, which is change from the 6-sided die down to a 4-sided die, because that would have made more sense when I had 4 potential soups. I have 4 soups here, but there's technically only 3 options because, of course, these two, the A-Sha Hot Ones, are kind of grouped as one because we're going to do the garlic chili before we do the smoky chili. And I will say I have kind of high expectations for everything left here on the table. The one that I was worried about for potentially not being good, we've done. That was the cheeseburger soup. And while I wouldn't say it tastes like cheeseburger exactly, it was a decent potato soup. And then of course, the other one I'm worried about was this one, not because I don't think it'll taste good, but because I think it might be a little beyond me. I think there's a potential for that to be long just because of how spicy the mild was. The mild was a nice level of spice. Probably too much for people who don't like spicy things. And so I'm a little worried that that's going to be like Bulldog X2 spicy, which is to say, I mean, edible, but not really enjoyable. But still, we're going to pick our soup today, or rather, the blood-spattered Terran Empire Publishing die and the Once a Day Design Castle here are going to pick our soup for us today. So let's find out what I'm going to have for lunch today. And it looks like we've got a 4. So I guess it means we need to bring out the mystical magical. And this is why I should have switched to the 4 last time, because we actually had 4 options. And for some reason, I was thinking that was a 3-sided die because I don't know how pyramids work. So we'll take the mystical magical coin and we will release it from its magical case so that we can see whether or not we're going to have pizza soup or hot ones today. I'm going to go with yes means pizza, no means hot ones. All right, let's move this out of the way and give it a flip. And looks like the answer is no. So we're going to go with hot ones today. We'll put the mystical magical coin back in its protective case to keep the mystical magic in for when we need it, because we will definitely need it for the last video. We'll have 2 to choose from. So we have First We Feast presents Hot Ones garlic chili ramen noodle soup. Ramen noodles with a medium spicy chili garlic broth, carrots, and scallions. You know, most people call them green onions, but they're really scallions. 280 calories per cup, and only 43% of your daily sodium for a just add water Wednesday type of dish. That's actually quite conservative. So we got 3 grams of dietary fiber, 3 grams of sugar, 5 grams of protein. First ingredient is wheat flour, not surprising. Palm oil, water, tapioca starch, chili, garlic. So chili is up there pretty high, so is garlic. So it's gonna be flavorful, that's for sure. So we have the boiling water or the microwave method. I'm going to go with the boiling water method because I feel like that is great. Just pull back halfway, add the soup base and the veggies and the water, and then add the heat packet if you dare. Now that's it. The heat packet in the last one, I'm going to assume it's the same heat packet, surprised me in that it was not like a chili oil packet. It was like actually like a kind of vinegary hot sauce, which wasn't bad, but also wasn't any hotter than the sweet chili sauce already was. It just kind of took some of the sweetness out of it. So yeah, I don't know if we'll use that or not. We'll see how it is before I add hot sauce. But I feel like this may be hot enough that it won't make a bloody bit of difference. Hot Ones is the hit interview series that challenges celebrities to answer burning questions while eating spicy wings. Create your own Hot Ones challenge with our lineup of A-Sha and Hot Ones spicy ramen. All right, so let's peel back our lid here. I don't think the chili one had a veg packet. That is a lot. Why? It's always tons of scallions. They always put so much scallion in there. There's like, what, 6 pieces of carrot? Oh, a little more than that. But like a bazillion scallions. Here is our bonus heat pack. Here is our garlic chicken chili. Ooh, that's was it a liquid on the other one? Or am I confusing? I think I'm confusing it with other ones. I think it was a liquid. So there's our garlic chili soup base. We'll try some of that before I put the water in. Now I will say, I like A-Sha noodles. A-Sha is one of my favorite instant noodle brands. But the noodles in the last one, and it looks like we're gonna have the same thing this one, were kind of a letdown. They're just a little, I don't know, just a little too thin. They don't taste of the same quality of like the noodles that came in the Hello Kitty A-Sha noodles. And in fact, I think those are different kind of noodles. I don't think those are actually ramen. But I don't know, these just a little too thin for me. It does take away a little bit for me. But let me go grab some boiling water and we will make us some soup. I'll be right back with the kettle. Back now with the kettle just off the boil. So we need to add our soup base and our veggies into the cup. We'll hold the bonus heat pack in reserve just in case I want to use it. So let's check out this sauce. So this is what we have left. This is probably the one I'm actually the most interested in, not just because I'm curious to what spice level it is. I just realized the Hot Ones chicken kind of reminds me of the bulldog chicken. Was it Hoshi? I think is the Hoshi or Toshi? Yoshi? Was it Samyang, right? Samyang. I can't remember the name of their mascot. I want a little figurine of their mascot. I think it's really cute. They should make a little vinyl figurine of it. I mean, they probably do somewhere. They should make one that I could buy. But yeah, I love garlic. So garlic chili sounds like it should be a really good flavor. Looks kind of oily. Just getting a glimpse on the inside of the foil there. That smells really nice. It smells really, really garlicky. I think I'm in for a good lunch here. Let's see if I can get a little bit on my finger. Very little bit. The garlic flavor hits you immediately. Heat's coming, I mean, I had very little of it, but the heat's coming out of that garlic flavor is nice. And I almost feel bad about adding water to this and diluting it. I think it looks fairly similar to the sweet chili one. I think that was had kind of this look as well, sort of a salsa-y kind of look to it. It's hard to pour this in here with the lid only being open halfway. I want to make sure I get every drop of that I can though, because just that little tiny bit off my finger, that was really good flavor. I'm gonna have a little more. I get more of the chili when I have a little bit more of it. It's got a good level of heat. I'm gonna say I don't feel like it's. I mean, it's been a couple weeks, but I don't feel like that's any hotter than the sweet chili was. That sauce is really good. If they just sold this sauce, I would buy that sauce. That is really good. It's got heat there. Nothing approaching unbearable by any means, but I don't think it's any hotter. I mean, we'll have to hold final decision until we put the water in and eat it proper. But I don't feel that's really any hotter than the sweet chili was. So we have our soup paste in there. We have our vegetables in there. So I'm gonna fill this one up to the line and give it, I think it's in 3 minutes. I think this was a ready in 3 minutes one. And there we go. So what did it say here? Close securely, let stand for 3 minutes, stir well and serve. So I'm gonna close this securely by placing some chopsticks on top of it. It's as secure as we're gonna get. And then I will see you back here in 3 minutes, and we're gonna have us some garlic chili ramen. And that sauce is real good. See you in 3 minutes. 3 minutes have elapsed. Let us check out the end results of our Hot Ones garlic chili ramen noodle soup. Hot Ones and A-Sha, a brand I don't have a lot of a brand I don't have a lot of interaction with, and one that is, I think, one of the better instant packet ramen manufacturers out there. So to stir it well, a lot of broth on this one. Because you know how these cup ramens always have that air gap at the bottom, which sort of makes sense with like cup noodle, where like all the veg and seasoning powder and stuff are down there. Not so much here, where there's just airspace because all that other stuff is separate. But it is what it is. All right, I think that's mixed as well as we're gonna get. Now for the moment of truth. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look of much, does it? It's just, it looks like fairly pale noodles in a reddish, somewhat oily sauce. But man, that sauce on its own was so good. Obviously I need to look for some like garlic hot sauces, because I really, really liked the flavor of that. Let's give this a try. Let's move that back a little bit more. There we go. Let's give this a try. So sadly, I've diluted the lovely garlic and chili flavor that I was getting off of that paste on its own. So that's unfortunate. The heat's there. I really don't think this is any hotter than the sweet chili. It's spicy. It's a nice level of spice, but so is sweet chili. I don't know what the Scoville levels are on these. I don't think it says on here, but I really don't think this is any hotter than the sweet chili, which is fine, because I mean, or if it is hotter, it's very much just by a small degree. It's nice. I wish it tasted more strongly of the flavors the condensed paste, the concentrate tasted of. But it's nice. I like it. It is not, sadly, it is not. Oh, if it had tasted more strongly like just the paste does, yes, I see that I dropped that on the table. I will pick that up later. Actually, probably because it'll probably sting the table, won't it? So yeah, that's good. It is not too spicy. Sadly, it does lose some of that beautiful chili garlic flavor. It's weird because the sweet chili really did kind of keep that sweet chili flavor once we added the water to it. This one sadly has lost a lot of that flavoring. So I think we'll go ahead and add the heat pack to this, because it's nowhere near too hot for me. So now this makes me wonder about, because I've complained before, double check, make sure it's the same sauce. Yeah, it's the same. It's pretty vinegary. It's but not offensively so. It's sort of like a thicker Tabasco, but better. I don't really like Tabasco. It's too vinegary. Yeah, this isn't bad. We'll go ahead and add it, because I don't think it really made that much of an effect. I think it's more just like, yeah, look at me, I'm a tough guy. I added the hot sauce to my hot noodle to make it hotter because I'm tough. But it does make you wonder if we're going to run into the... I figured if anything, Hot Ones, after the Hot Ones Hot Pocket and the other Hot Ones we tried of the noodles, was going to be a company that actually, like, when it says hot and medium stuff, would actually mean it. But now, given that I don't really feel like there's a difference between this and the mild, heat-wise, flavor-wise, obviously, but not heat-wise, I wonder if I needed to be worried about smoky chili at all. Because that flavor sounds like it should be really good. Nice smoky chili flavor should be quite nice. Let's try it with the hot sauce added. Okay, I think that did make it hotter. That did actually make it... It's in the upper level of what's comfortable for me now. That or it's just accumulating amounts because of the oil. But that actually did noticeably make this one hotter, which is weird because I don't feel like it did that to the mild. But it could also just be that I've eaten like, like what, a third of this cup so far. And it's just accumulating in my mouth because that oil, makes it stick in there. But that is really nice. I do wish the noodles were thicker. A-Sha does have better noodles than this. Although, I don't find them as, I guess, objectionable this time as I did in the first one, even though I'm pretty sure they're the same noodles. And I think it's maybe because I like the flavor of this one better. I think the noodles bothered me more on the other one because I didn't like that sweet chili flavor as much. I like that fine for like dipping lumpia into, but not so much for putting on my ramen. This one's got a nicer flavor, even if some of that garlic has been washed out by adding water to it. The noodles aren't bothering me as much. The heat pack actually did, I feel like, make this one hotter, which is weird because I'm pretty sure that's the exact same sauce that was in the mild. To the point that it's not uncomfortably hot for me, but it's hotter. It does seem to have made it hotter than it was, and it does seem to have made it hotter than the sweet chili in a way that, before adding the hot sauce packet, I wouldn't say it actually was. But it's definitely been one of the better ones of the soup march. I'm kind of glad we left it towards the end here. I wouldn't say we've had anything bad during the soup march, but this is one of the better ones. I think on a rating of 0 to 10, it's one of the better ones. This is a 7 or an 8, especially compared to the other things we've had this month. It's got a nice level of heat to it. Sadly, the garlic flavor is lost a little bit by dilution, but the flavor that's there, the chili flavor, is still nice. Adding in the extra hot sauce just makes it a little more, gives it a little tartness, a little sting from that, I assume vinegar, taste of vinegar, in that sauce. And does seem to actually kick up the heat this time in a way that it didn't do for me in the mild, which again, really seems weird to me. But it's nice. I honestly, if this had a thicker noodle and didn't cost like $3 a cup, I would consider buying more of this one. Actually, I'm not sure they even still had this one. Once I went last week looking for more of the, a couple days ago, see if they had more of the proper good stuff, to see what other things are out there for that. And I want to say that I think they only had, I think maybe the smoky chili left. So as you're watching this whole thing may have already come and gone from the shops. But it's nice. I definitely one of my favorites from this time. So I'm gonna give it an 8. It's a low 8. It is very much on the border between like 7 and 8. It's like a 7 plus or an 8 minus. But we're not gonna get that granular. But it's definitely one of the better things we tried during the soup march. I would say potentially so far the best thing during the soup march. Now there's only 3 things that could be better. And again, I have fairly high hopes for all these. These are all things that I feel like the cheeseburger soup was pretty good. So I kind of thought this would be better than that anyways. So I have fairly high hopes, which just means chance for disappointment. Shirakiku is the brand of frozen udon I usually buy. So I feel like that's going to probably be good. I don't know what the flavor necessarily be like. It says bonito, so I'm assuming it'll be fishy, or pretty. But it's, yeah, it's going to be an interesting try. And then this one, I'm now less worried about the heat level of that, just because the heat jump between mild and medium does not seem to have been that great. So yeah, good. This is good stuff. This is a good lunch. This is far from the worst leg of the soup march. But with that, I'm going to go finish it. The sauce is not reducing. I figure I'll point that out since we had that issue with a couple other ones, not the hot ones, not the A-Sha ones, but we had an issue with the birria, and to a lesser degree, what else was it? It was another one of the noodle ones. It wasn't the pho, but I think it was the other one that was in that stack. No, because this is the other one that was in that stack. It was the pho, the birria, and the udon. What else did I have that was just add water? I've forgotten. It's been a long month. It's been a long March. Soup March has been a long March. But I remember that there was another one that we had that the sauce seemed to be reducing. It didn't reduce as much as the birria, but it was reducing. And that's not happening here, which I really didn't expect it to. I haven't had that issue with A-Sha in the past. I would have been surprised for it to happen here. Because very thin noodles, how much liquid could they possibly absorb? It's also probably why they're done in 3 minutes as opposed to the longer period I think we have to wait on some of the other A-Sha stuff. But I'm going to finish my lunch now before it gets cold or completely cold. It's getting cold. I mean, it'll always be hot, but the temperature goes down. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. Have you tried the hot ones? Is that garlic chili sauce a thing I could just buy as a hot sauce? Because I would absolutely buy that just as a hot sauce. If you are aware of a garlic chili sauce that tastes like the sauce packet from this, please let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely interested and would love to find myself a hot sauce that tasted like the soup packet out of here. But with that, I shall leave you. Please like and subscribe, and come on back in a couple days for the next part of the Soup March.